Okay guys, so I'm going to do a little bit of a different type of video today. I'm going to do a story time video, but so you don't get bored, I'm going to have a video of me playing tap tag. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, since it's summer, I'm going to tell you some summer stories, preferably the ones from camp. Okay, so the first camp story is going to be from the camp that I go to almost every year. We're going to call it Camp Musku. And the first story from Camp Musku is the first time I ever went. So, it is the first day of camp, and I just made my little bed, my little wall out of my sheets, and I'm laying there, and I hear screaming, and I look out of my sheets, and this poor kid is getting held down, tied in a sleeping bag, and then I keep watching, and they start dragging him around while hitting him with pillows. Wanna know why they did this? Because he said one mean thing to another kid. The second story I'm going to tell you guys actually traumatized me. So, I'm feeling a little bit sick on the second day. So I tell them they give me some lozenges and some stuff to help my throat. They also give me this liquid that's really thick. Little did I know, those were laxatives. So later that night, it's like 2 a.m. I wake up with this horrible throat pain. I tell them and they say we can't do anything. So then, for the rest of the night, no, I'm not joking, I'm sitting there crying because of how bad it hurt. The next day, I wake up and I go to the washroom and I just puke. They stick me in sick bay, which is like solitary confinement. There's one other person there, and he's a grumpy teenager. Slowly, people come and they go, and then I have diarrhea because of the laxatives. I tell my mom this, and my mom picks me up, and then let's say I go to this place called Darhurst, and I just chill there with my mom. That was pretty fun. Then I go back the next day and camp ends and I get picked up. This next story is from last year. So this time I am in the older kids camp with my friend named Clark, and you know him as CJ Draws. So we are sitting there on the first day of camp, and there are these boys, I'm gonna call them the pressure point boys, and they know every single pressure point on their body. That's why they're called that. So later that night, we hear a thud. Turns out they trapped one of them in a sleeping bag and rolled him off the tongue bunk. Face first into the floor. He's bleeding, and yeah, that was not fun. So there were these 2 kids, Jack and Hugo. Jack is a jerk, and Hugo is nice, but he got jackified, which means he turned into a jerk. So I'm showering, and basically I'm just like chilling, taking a shower, washing, scrubbing, and the lights go off. I now turn off the shower, I get changed, I walk out. Turns out Jack turned off the lights on me. So the next day, when he's showering, I turn off the lights. Turns out it was one of the pressure point boys, the strongest one, and he starts chasing me down the road in his shorts. The only reason he didn't beat the actual living poop out of me is because he had to go inside and put on a shirt. That was not fun. But the next day, he did beat me up. He basically beat me up. There was a giant bruise on my face. That was not fun. It hurt. And he also hit a pressure point on me and Clark's neck, which like stunned us in pain. And then he trapped us in sleeping bags, rolled us into the washroom stalls, and got kids to block it. Yeah, we managed to get out eventually, but that scared me. The last story is the best one. So I'm now playing paintball. Yes, this is true. And basically the round ends, my team wins, and I'm so happy. So my whole team is like shooting paintballs in the air. The head counselor in my cabin comes out, shoots me dead center of the neck. No protection on my neck, by the way. Wins me. Then as I'm going down, stomach and chest, which just wins me, I fall. One hits my glasses so I can't see. I'm sitting there crying and wheezing, and he's yelling at me. Clark comes over, helps me up, we walk out, and he starts lecturing me about shooting animals. I'm like, I wasn't, while crying. So yeah, that was fun. No apology. And yeah, that was all the stories. And I'll probably have more after I go to camp this year. Okay guys, so that's the story videos for today. Tell me if you like these story videos or should just go back to posting videos when a new update comes out. And also tell me if I like these outros more than the goofy outros. And peace out.